The only local news teams taking action for you. KIMA KEPR Action News starts now.
Coming up this morning on Action News, the Kennewick family is without a home this morning after a fire started on a back patio and spread to the house. According to officials, the heat so intense it melted windows. We'll share the latest on that and the help the family is receiving. Plus, we update you on the Wallace Walker fire near Colotis, 800 acres, and it's now been contained and it's out, officials say. Helicopters had been brought in to help. The blaze was threatening power infrastructure and homes. We'll get you updated. And we talk about adult family homes, which can be found across our region that focuses on giving loved ones individualized care. Some may think it's just a nursing home, but an owner of one of those homes says they go further. That story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
And I'm meteorologist Jefferson Donovan.
And Jefferson, we're about halfway through the work week. We're still dealing with this haze and the smoke from all of the fires burning in our region. But today was the day that we could potentially see some of that dry lightning, correct?
Yeah, we have some active weather that potentially is going to be gracing our forecast area today. And in fact, as we take a look out at the weather cam, you may already notice that it's not that kind of hazy, sunny scene we have been looking at as of late, but there's actually some dark clouds. This is looking towards the south, and it is in parts of Oregon where we are already looking at some of those thunderstorms developing. In fact, through much of yesterday evening, Central Oregon was dealing with thunderstorms. Of course, we'll take a look at the radar as we go throughout the course of the newscast. But again, right now, I think this picture just kind of paints 1,000 words, as the saying goes. It is 62 degrees right now in the Tri-Cities with a fairly light wind. Here is a look at your weather headlines today. We will be looking at isolated thunderstorm chances for today, as I've already noted. As we go into tomorrow, we are going to be looking at calm weather returning, and we're all going to be looking at calm weather really from Thursday through the weekend. Speaking of this weekend, that is when temperatures are really going to heat back up. I will break down all three of these weather headlines, and we'll have a closer look at the Doppler radar imagery coming up.
Thanks, Jefferson. We begin this morning in Benton County. A family has been displaced after their home burned down yesterday. Kennewick firefighters were called to the 800 block of South Everett Street around 5:30 last night after neighbors reported seeing heavy black smoke coming from the back of a nearby house. Arriving crews saw flames burning the back patio, causing the exterior windows to melt before burning the home. Firefighters first put out the burning patio and then searched the home to make sure it was empty. Crews say the blaze was out within 17 minutes with the help of Benton PUD officials. Officials began taking down parts of the house to check for any hidden void spaces. No injuries were reported, and the American Red Cross was contacted to help the homeowners find a new place to live. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. And a Walla Walla homeowner has about $150,000 in damages after his house caught fire Monday night. Multiple crews were dispatched to the 1000 block of Willow Street for a house fire. They arrived just after 10 p.m. to find the home surrounded by smoke with flames coming from the bathroom window. Firefighters immediately went to work to put out the blaze, getting it under control about a half hour later. They say the fire started after a bee spray and a lighter were used as a homemade torch to kill hornets in a nest along the soffit of the home. The torch caused the fire that later spread into the attic. No injuries were reported, say authorities. Now, fire crews working the Wallace Walker fire near Colotis in Franklin County say it's now out. The fire burned nearly 800 acres. The blaze was fueled by brush and grass and threatened crops, power infrastructure, and homes. Leaders with Franklin County Fire District 1 told us hand crews had experienced difficulties with the terrain and slope. They say luckily 2 helicopters were on the scene dropping water on the rocky terrain. Multiple agencies helped battle the fire. Yesterday, Oregon Governor Tina Kotek invoked the Emergency Conflagration Act for 2 wildfires, including one burning in Morrow County. The Lone Rock fire started on July 13th and has already burned around 71,000 acres. It's currently 10% contained due to focusing on structure protection and shifting winds throughout the day. Now, the blaze is being fought on the ground and in the air across Gilliam, Morrow, and Wheeler counties. Level 3 evacuations are in place for parts of all 3 counties.
This fire escaped initial containment efforts due to extremely hot, dry, and windy conditions. The local area has been without rain for well over 30 days. Those weather conditions continue.
Firefighters tell us with grass and shrubs being the main source of fuel, more than 330 firefighters are working to contain the blaze. You can learn more about evacuations and stay updated on the fire by heading over to our website, KEPRTV.com. There's a fire burning in Sela by Interstate 82 near the exits to Highway 823 and 12. The fire has been burning since at least 7:45 yesterday morning. The Sela Fire Department posted the alert on Facebook, asking people not to call 911 as they set about tackling the blaze. In that same post, they also said that the fire is burning heavy fuel loads and would be burning for several hours. There's no cause of the fire that's been determined yet. Switching gears this morning, if you have a loved one or one who is no longer to care for themselves or needs more individualized care, one option for families is an adult family home, which can be found all across our region. KEPR's Charity Caldwell tells us more about these types of homes.
Adult family homes, homes that look like any other home that house 4 to 6 seniors or vulnerable adults who are in need of a higher level of care. You wouldn't know it, but there are 55 of them in the Tri-Cities alone.
We are equipped to do 24-hour care, full patient care. We do all of their activities of daily living. We feed them by hand. We do the things that the old nursing homes used to do, but in a loving, small, family-like home setting.
They also accommodate dietary restrictions, take residents' input on the weekly menus, do daily activities such as gardening and baking, and are not on any required schedules. They are able to sleep in or stay up as late as they please. The residents also get to decorate their room from scratch.
We want these residents to bring everything from home that they love. We want it to feel comfortable. We want it to feel like their home.
Reporting from Sunset Heights Adult Family Home in Kennewick, Charity Caldwell, Action News.
KEPR's Charity Caldwell, thank you. And the cost for adult family homes ranges from $7,000 to $10,000 a month. Now, regular nursing homes in Washington State range from $12,000 to $14,000 a month. That's according to seniorliving.org. We're told most adult family homes in the Tri-Cities bill Medicaid. And to find an adult family home and learn more, head over to our website, KEPRTV.com. And finally, the city of Richland is holding their pop-up play days this summer. They're every Tuesday and in a different location each time. They take place in the mornings from 9 until 11, and organizers tell us it's a family-friendly Richland tradition with coloring, yard games, music, and even visitors like the Mid-Columbia Libraries and the Manhattan Project National Historic Park.
It's just a great way to get out and, especially with the heat, come out in the morning, give the kids an outlet as well as the parents an outlet, give everybody a break.
Next week's pop-up play date is taking place at the Richland Library for STEAM Kids Day. We're told they'll be bringing out a construction set, giant chess, and more. Now, Jefferson, let's talk weather here because good thing they're doing it between 9 and 11. Those are some of the coolest hours of the day, especially as we see temperatures into the triple digits. Yeah, it is going to be another hot day out there today, too. But I should say we're also going to be adding in that threat of some thunderstorms in our forecast area. Now, the thunderstorm threat is not going to be terribly expansive. More of us will see calm weather than thunderstorms today, but some thunderstorms are certainly going to be in the region. In fact, we already have a band of storms moving through parts of Morrow County this morning as we take a look at the radar, or we will be in a bit. But there's a look at what you can expect today. Temperatures staying hot, still looking at some sunshine mixed in with that chance of some thunderstorms today. We'll take a look at the radar, we'll take a look at the Storm Tracker Futurecast, and discuss when temperatures could get very hot. That's all coming up. Thanks, Jefferson. The time now is 5:09. Coming up on KEPR KIMA this morning, some more local news. We catch up with U.S. Senate candidate Raul Garcia to talk his campaign and his journey to raise awareness for an issue that's near and dear to his heart. And we'll also hear from Garcia and Representative Dan Newhouse on the recent assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump and his pick for vice president. But later in the show, national news, there are renewed calls for U.S. Senator Bob Menendez to resign following his guilty verdict related to his corruption trial this month. We'll fill you in on that and more as the show continues. Stay with us. We're just getting started.